$12 a 12 pack. That's a buck of beer. That's bullshit. You know, at least be able to save up your cans and turn them in. And I mean, you got 200 cans in Michigan, you got 20 bucks. You got 20 bucks. Sorry, GERD's acting up again. But I'm looking at that, and there's positive change and then there's negative change, like Tom says. You know, and I have to totally 100% agree with him. Hold on, I gotta re- refresh this here. Hold on. But I totally 100% agree with Tom.
Whenever I get emails and stuff like that,
He's got
or
emails up the yin yang. You know, that's that's one downfall of being a vlogger, and a lot of vloggers won't tell you. Is that's because they got a crew of 10 people that all they do is review their emails. But I'm gonna put you back on, Tom, and see how we're doing on time. Okay. Well, I'm already in part two, but that's all right. It's like this, though, folks. We all, worldwide, we need a better recycling system. Period. China, Korea, Vietnam, Philippines. The Philippines right now, the visual on the Philippines is they need to do a recycling system real bad, real bad. Um, if you could get 2 cents for a little baggie, or you could get 10 cents for a plastic bottle, you all know that ain't gonna end up in the ocean. And if it does, there'll be a guy that makes money by swimming to go get it, and they'll go get it. And then here's your anti problem. No more plastic in the ocean. No more plastic bottles. No more plastic anything. No aluminum cans. Plastic is so easily recycled. It's even easier to recycle plastic and glass than it is aluminum. But the big thing here in America is aluminum. Everybody collects their cans and recycles. Well, close to it. Then there's some that just give up on it and say, well, just throw it in the garbage. Man, I tell you what, people, all dumps are is a place to bury your garbage, and you can't bury your problems. If you notice, shout out to me, man. I you know, all I can say is like if I became a governor or a senator of this state, that's the first thing I would do. That's the first thing I would promise. That's the first thing to come true. I make it happen, Captain. And that's get a better recycling policy going. Because you can't roll up your troubles in an old Glad bag and smile, 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 because plastic doesn't deteriorate. It doesn't compost. Okay? The Germans got the best idea. They recycle everything. Clear glass, brown glass, green glass, plastic, paper. I mean, you got a trash can for everything. Refuse. When you get done, you separated everything out. All you got is like coffee grounds, leaves, dirt, or whatever, dust, so forth. But you got a can for everything, even aluminum, steel, so forth. And what they do is they tell you, we'll pick up for free only if you recycle properly. But if you don't recycle properly, we fine you, which is, they don't really fine you. What they do is they charge you for pickup. We'll separate it, but we're going to charge you money. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap, folks. It could be $5 to $10 a week if you don't do what you're supposed to do. And they do, they know it, and they go, okay, well, we're pouring this in here. I mean, you get one truck comes up for aluminum, one truck comes up for brown glass. I mean, it's a busy Monday. But it works. It works. It works. You know, you could be buying blasted drunk and know that, wow, this is a good system. You could be blind blasted sober and know this is a good system. But anyways, I probably done preached to you enough. But we're gonna call this number two. Tom's got it. Tom's got a great video. I mean, I'm watching it still. I'm only in about 2-3 minutes of it. But he uh he got me on this. Ideas that foreigners have that that can improve the change of the Philippines. Number one, plastic. The Philippines has a problem with plastic. They can't get rid of it. Styrofoam, bubble wrap, so forth. If you go down to certain places in Manila, it's, it's a floating trash island right out in the bay there. You could swim out to it, and I mean, if okay, now plastic's worth something, and you can get some. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have fishing boats that just ignore fishing and go out there and just load their boats up with trash, with plastic, and they'll go and sell it and get money. Oh, wow, there's a positive thing. Congested streets and blocked off walkways and streets really aren't the problem. The problem is the garbage. The garbage, man. You take all those people that were doing resale on the sidewalks and selling to people, passerbyers, walkers, and you take all that away from them and say, well, guess what? We got a new recycling system. Maybe if somebody could make 100 to 200 pesos a day just by recycling alone, they would do it. They would do it there. They're poor. They need to feed the people. They need to feed their family. This is one way that could help, I believe, along with aluminum, steel, plastic, glass, and styrofoam. Styrofoam is another one. You can't get rid of even. You can't even get rid of styrofoam here, which styrofoam dissolves in gasoline. It's that simple. You could you can dissolve styrofoam in gasoline and then safely burn it off and just end up with a clump of styrofoam and recycle it and reuse it. The possibilities are endless. They're really endless. And I mean, you could put diesel on it and you get the same result. Uh, diesel, they would have to probably compress the styrofoam, but and then on top of that, right now in America, in California, I know they're doing it. Is they're actually taking the styrofoam from the foam from refrigerators and compressing it and getting all the refrigerants out of it and recycling the refrigerants. And then they send the foam off to be recycled too. So you got a plus plus. I don't understand it. I mean, it can be done. Now it might take a business that gets into the business of doing this. It might cost them probably $1 million to get a facility to start up and recycle all these things. But in the end, within 5 years, it'd be paid back in 10 to 20 times. If anybody's looking for a business,